Hey guys, and welcome back to my renovated second investment property. I'm actually moving in on this side tomorrow, so let's go check out everything that I've done. We're not going to show you the inside of the B side right now because it's actually rented out. It's rented out for $1,300 a month, which includes all utilities, yard, everything like that. And I have some great tenants in there who are really enjoying the space, but I will have the finished shots for you here. We did a lot of work on this side. It looks absolutely beautiful, but as you can see from the original tour video back when I bought it a few months back, which I will link below, it didn't need nearly as much work as the side that I will be living in. So let's go check out my side. So first off, we installed a fence because I have a bunch of cute little dogs and they need a place to roam. This cost me, I think it was either $1,800 or $2,200. And then I also had the same guy do some little side fences on the other side to keep the other side's yard private for them. They do have a little dog who is very sweet. So everybody gets their own yard. Let's go on in. The yard is still not perfect, but we actually had to aerate the entire thing. They had been doing car mechanic work here, and I'm still picking out bottle caps and glass and all sorts of stuff. So I'm trying to get the grass going, and it will get there. But let's go inside. Let's take a pause in today's tour for just a second to talk about today's exceptional sponsor, Capitalize. And if you ever plan to retire, please listen up. Capitalize is a concierge 401k service that takes the absolutely god-awful task of finding your old 401ks from previous employers and turning that into an individual retirement account that is set up only for you and your future. A lot of people forget their retirement accounts when they leave a job, or they cash them out, which absolutely slaughters the amount of money that you're gonna get and handicaps you for your retirement. I've changed jobs a bunch in my adult life. I know a lot of people around my generation have, and we're all so busy that it's really easy to forget or procrastinate handling those old retirement accounts that are just sitting at old employers. And unfortunately, it's an absolute nightmare to move and change those accounts. I learned this myself a few years back when I did it. I had an old account at an old newspaper that I worked at, and finding it, getting the passwords, the account numbers, all that stuff. And then I had to research all of my IRA options. I had to actually get something notarized, and I think either fax or mail something in, or both. I had to wait for a check, then deposit it into a new account. I am still not 100% sure that I did it correctly, but it's there now. I did eventually bite the bullet, but I do know that it cost me money in fees and lost earnings. And according to Capitalize, I am not the only one. The average American will lose out on over $700,000 over the course of their lifetime by abandoning old 401ks. But why should you even move your 401k after you've left a job? Fees, for one, but control for another. Your old employer picked the funds that were best for them, and you don't work for them anymore. My old jobs are completely dead to me, and I don't think they should benefit from any of the money that I earned there. That money should be in an account that I control with funds that I picked targeted for my future. Capitalize is ready to come in and do this entire thing for you. All you have to do is visit highcapitalize.com/budgetgirl, answer a few questions about your old employer, pick your IRA, and they take it from there. I've learned over the past 2 duplexes that sometimes picking an expert or a professional to do something for you is absolutely the way to go. Like with tearing out this load-bearing wall that was originally behind me, or my bathroom renovation. Could I have learned to tile? Yes. Would I have cursed every moment doing it and the learning process? Also yes. And unlike contracted professionals for homes, Capitalize's main rollover service is 100% free. My contractor earned every dime, but I wish that he was free. Capitalize is actually paid by their vetted IRA partners, so they do all of the work to move your money, get you set up, and none of it costs you a dime. I sincerely wish that I had known about them when I was moving my old 401k. I highly encourage you to let Capitalize's experts take this niggling task off of your to-do list and help you set up for your future retirement. Go to highcapitalize.com/budgetgirl to get started, and thank you again to Capitalize for sponsoring this video. I wish the renovation had been this easy. Let's get back to it. So, biggest change here is that there used to be a wall here, and it was actually you guys that suggested that I rip down this wall between a large kitchen and a very tiny living room, and I think it made a huge difference. Total contracted reno cost for this place was about $25,000, and I used my contractor, Ryan Rich, who did a huge amount of things, but this was the biggest part. This was about $8 grand by itself to take out this load-bearing wall, install a new beam, and one of the things that I didn't realize would be a big issue is the floor was actually unable to be matched, so I had to rip out the entirety of one of the bedroom floors to fill in this and then put in new flooring over there. Probably wouldn't do that again, but I do think it was absolutely worth it because there's so many more options for the way to do the layout here. I did lose a couple of cabinets right here, and the fridge used to be right here. So put a new fridge over here. I actually got all new appliances except the stove. The gas stove is original to the place. I just cleaned it up. I got a new stainless steel fridge, over the stove microwave, and dishwasher, all for a little under $2,000 from Lowe's. I did like a deal. And then the new sink, which is absolutely gorgeous, I got off an auction site for 60 bucks. The new countertop, because the old countertop was absolutely dead, is actually a concrete pour, which Ryan did for me for about $2 grand. And these cabinets are almost all original. Actually, we refinished them, repainted them, and I applied kind of faux shaker fronts to the front of the original wood doors to just make it look a little more modern. Now, this cabinet, and all of the top ones are new. We just brought everything up to the ceiling, repainted, and I think it looks like a completely brand new kitchen for probably a fraction of the cost of what a completely new kitchen cabinet would be. But I didn't want to waste these. These are actually like real wood cabinets. They just needed a lot of work. Let's go this way. I did try to do as much of the work as I could myself. There were a few things that needed to be done, like there were very, very shallow shelves in this, which is one of only a few storage spaces in here. This place is only 950 square feet, 3-bedroom, 1 bath. And so I'm trying to maximize storage where I can. I extended out these shelves. And of course, I also painted this whole place by myself, which saved me several $1,000s, but probably took years off of my life. And there's still definitely paint in my lungs because I had to learn how to use an industrial paint sprayer, and I wasn't great at it. The bathroom was the other big investment. Let's see some pictures of the way it was before, and now come look at it now. Another big steal of a deal was replacing this vanity unit. This was actually only 300 bucks from a local kind of warehouse place where they buy old or like overstock and returns. And my friend Jamal, who owns it, sold me this for quite a deal. I also found these Pottery Barn medicine cabinets, which are originally like $300 or $400 each. I got them 75 bucks for the pair, but it did cost a bit to get Ryan to install them for me. Fair price, but more than I originally wanted to pay. There's extra storage, which we need in a place this small. Around to this side, I think this is the prettiest tub and shower I've ever seen in my life. Ryan did this gorgeous job. I found this pattern on Pinterest on a floor and asked him if he could do it, and he's like, yeah, sure. And apparently it was a little harder than he thought, but it's absolutely phenomenal. You have a new soaking tub, obviously floor to ceiling, beautiful tile work, and I cannot wait to take so many baths in here. I also repainted the place, added some storage here and here. The toilet is original, but cleaned, obviously, and I extended out the shelves in here just for a little bit more usable space. Let's go into the primary bedroom. So I'm super excited because this is actually a very nice sized bedroom, and the one we're in at my duplex now is pretty small, so we'll be able to very easily fit our queen size bed in here. I redid the closet and did a nice built-in system. I did purchase bifolds for a great deal from Marketplace. And I'm not sure what happened, but they were too small. So I will get new bifolds or some doors for this area eventually, but it just hurt me too much at this stage in the game to shell out $300 for nice bifold doors. That is a future Sarah problem, but there will be doors here eventually. Coming into the second bedroom, this is going to be Jacob's office. His desk is actually already in here. We got him a new desk off of Marketplace. And yeah, this is a very decently sized room. It is a little bit awkward to get in, but I also did a built-out closet in here to kind of maximize the space. I'm a big fan of those. So this is all in. Don't look too closely, but there are two different types of baseboards because I screwed one up during install. But that's okay. That's what caulk is for. And then here is the final bedroom. If you remember from the original tour video, there used to be a door from inside this closet into the other unit. There is not anymore, but this is also where I put all the stuff I was using to work on the place. So jump scare. But as you can see, there's no way to get into the other unit. They also kind of finished framing out the windows and did like the full sheetrock treatment here and in that other bedroom. So these walls are nice and good here. And like I said, no cross access. I will eventually build this out, but this is going to be my office. And right now, this is where all of my tools are. As you can see, nice big living room. We also, I replaced all of the locks, the handles, the door hardware. Behind every single outlet and faceplate was a German cockroach infestation when I bought the place. So everything had to be extremely thoroughly treated and cleaned and scrubbed. And it was an insane amount of work, but I think it's really paid off. I think it looks really nice in here. I'm happy with all of the lights. I'm happy with the space, and I'm so excited to move in. But let's also check out the front yard real quick. All right, and here is the front yard space. We've had this beautiful oak tree, which was one of the things that sold me on the property. It's again, nice little yard for the dogs. And when we were doing the fence, I even did a bump out right here for what will eventually be 2 little free libraries for the community. I also don't have as much storage now, so I did purchase and install a outdoor storage unit. This was $200 off of Facebook Marketplace, and it's storing some of my outdoor tools and stuff. And this is actually $5. The tag's still on it from an estate sale, which is storing some garden stuff. I'm also downsizing quite a bit. And this is my friend Morgan. She is also a local female real estate investor. Do you want to tell us about yourself?
Yeah, so I am a local real estate agent and real estate investor here in Bryan College Station. If you're interested in looking into more real estate resources, feel free to find me on Instagram at Real Morgan Torres.
And I'll link her stuff down below. So she isn't the agent that I used to purchase this house. I used Janet, who is the same person who sold me my last place, but Morgan is awesome. So you can look her up below. You have 2 properties here, right?
I have 3.
3? Okay, 3.
Yeah.
And one's multifamily, one's your personal home.
And then one is a single family rental.
Oh, okay. But don't you also have like accessory dwellings?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So she's got like a bunch of different properties.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of this place?
I think this place is super cool. I think the design that you chose for the kitchen and everything, it just surprises me like how crafty you are with all the different stuff that you decided to do. Like you save so much money on the different design aspects, but still made it look extremely high end. And that's something that I definitely like took away throughout your whole process. So.
You just see like crazy notifications of me covered in paint or like, hey, I'm doing this insane thing, etc. You saw the place when I first bought it too, because I had a local real estate investor meetup here, which I've complained about being very bro-y before. Super nice guys, but it's very nice to have some women to talk to in here. And Morgan came. So what do you think of the before versus the after?
Yeah, so I'm most surprised by the amount of actual like space that's in here. Because like she was saying, there was a wall, and I think when I saw it, there was like the whole floor was missing where the wall was.
Yeah,
all
it was
right
like
here.
all here.
Yeah, so it feels so much more open without that being in here. Like it feels huge.
I'm hoping we'll be able to actually fit like a dining room set in here because the previous tenants, like when the wall was there, it was very, very cramped. They had a dining room set in the kitchen, and I'm hoping it'll work better.
Yeah.
So you do rentals. How much do you think I could get for this side if I weren't moving into it?
So let's see, this is a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, but basically newly renovated.
And it's right downtown.
Yeah.
As you know, with the yard.
Right.
Dedicated off-street parking.
Right. I mean, I would say probably between 1,500 and 1,700.
You think?
Yeah.
I'm probably underpricing my other unit then, aren't I? Okay, I have to get that on the market soon. I'll get your opinion on that when that gets done. All right. Thank you so much to Morgan for filming my walkthrough today. Jacob is also very grateful for that because usually he has to be my cameraman for these. I'm moving in tomorrow, so I have to go home and I have to keep packing. Thank you so much, and I will leave all of Morgan's socials below. You should give her a follow. And you guys don't forget to tell me what you think of this new place. I know some people don't like the kitchen cabinet color. And honestly, if I did it again, like right now, I might have gone with like a lighter sagey color for the bottoms and then a darker top. But you know, we bob and we weave as things happen. I was originally going to do a granite countertop, and then the stone people were trying to charge me so much money, like way more. All right, don't forget to give a like and a follow, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.